So these are just some simple yogic-inspired exercises that you can do to relieve tension in the ridge, the occipital ridge is what we call it, but that occiput, that entrant point at the base of the skull, where there's a little bit of a dip on both sides, all the way down through to the trapezius, and then we'll do some exercises for the lower back and opening up piriformis in the hips. So this should all, that posterior chain should all release and relax slowly over time, particularly when you do these on a regular basis. Okay? So to begin with, bring your hands together in your heart in a prayer position and just start to find the rhythm of your breath. Try to breathe in as much and as deeply as you can without creating any tension, without creating an urge to exhale or inhale at the end of that side of your breath. Just nice and smooth. Calm the muscles of the face and drop your attention down the back of the neck, into the neck and shoulders, visualizing that area softening. Now staying with your breath, a nice and smooth breath pattern, interweave your fingers. And the next time you inhale, turn your palms down, press them forward, round your back and drop your head. Take a deep exhale there. And then inhale, lift the arms up and overhead, keeping the elbows close towards the midline. Exhale, stretch the arms forward, round the upper back, and let the head drop gently. And then as if you're pressing your chest up into your chin, inhale, lift the arms, let the head rise naturally and at the last moment. Exhale, arms press forward, stretching the palms of the hands away from the body, and inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Just mobilizing the whole spine. Do that a few more times. Try to keep that relaxation in the shoulders and behind the shoulder blades, so that the movement is coming from your breath, like the breath is lifting you, inflating you, and then you're just rounding, relaxing as the breath leaves the body. And the next time you inhale and the arms rise up, pause. Bring your palms together, still in a fist. And then lean a little bit to the right. Relaxing the shoulders into the back, hollowing the armpits forward so that the outer line of the arm, the tricep area, the outer elbow wraps towards the front of your face. And just take a few deep breaths into that left side rib cage and waist. And then inhale, rise up again. Relax, relax, relax the shoulders. Keep the energy reaching through the arms and hands and lean to the left. On both sides, you could do this again. If it feels comfortable, you can turn your chin towards that upper armpit and chest connection point. So where the armpit and the chest meet. And then come up again. Release your right hand down. You can hold on to a chair if you're sitting there, or stretch the arm out with the palm facing forward. And then bend your left elbow and lightly bring your left hand to your right ear. Let that left shoulder, left arm get heavy. And as if you're following the path of gravity, drop your head with the weight of your arm towards your left shoulder. Try not to pull with your hand. Just let that arm be like an additional weight. Now from here you can start to explore the angle of that right palm. Sometimes turning the right thumb back will get you into one particular place on the top of the shoulder and the neck. And then turning the palm down will open up a little bit more space in the back and side of the neck. Really just play around with it and feel where the stretch is most beneficial to you. Sometimes taking the arm a little bit further out relieves the shoulder and brings the neck more into the arm and the bicep and the neck. Okay, so just play around with the angle of the arm, find your sweet spot, few breaths, and then keeping the head tilted, release your left hand down. Again, you can just relax the arms. As if you're tracing a diagonal line with your nose, start to turn your chin towards your left armpit. Focusing on your breath, focusing on maintaining that vertical line through the spine. And then again, like you're just following the line of gravity, let the chin create a semicircle down all the way to the center of the breastbone. Shoulders stay relaxed and back, the chest is rising. Okay, so you're not forcing your chin down, you're lifting your chest and heart up. Take a few breaths there, feeling the stretch through the back of the spine, the whole spine. Follow the sensation down as deep as it will go. You might even feel it in your low back. And then bring your hands together in a prayer position under your head. Use your thumbs and your index fingers on your chin and your brow to lift your head without creating tension in your neck. Okay? Arms stretch up. Release your left hand down. Bend your right elbow, heavy hand, heavy arm, and start to let gravity draw your shoulder, your ear, towards your right shoulder. As you do this, you may find that, particularly if you have a little bit more mobility in your shoulders, you can use your fingers to create nice long strokes along the back and side of the neck. I like to even take the tips of my fingers and lift the base of the skull away from the neck and shoulder. Just be mindful of too much force. You want it to feel relaxed. A few deep breaths here, again playing around with the angle of your arm. Finding your sweet spot. Starting to build an awareness or a subtle awareness of how the breath feels in your body, where it's traveling, where it feels stuck. Then keeping the head tilted, slowly release the right arm down. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Like you're tracing a diagonal line with your chin, slowly turn your chin towards your right armpit. Still breathing smoothly. Start to create that little semicircle down the right side of your chest towards your sternum. Good. Now, if this is feeling good to you, like there is an opening occurring between the shoulder blades or along the mid and low spine, then interlace your fingers, place them behind your neck, and just let your elbows drop. Again, no pulling, no tugging, just let your elbows drop. So create a little bit more of that sensation, but make sure to continue to uplift your chest, your heart area. Again, you can use your thumbs to create little strokes along the back of the neck, along the cervical spine, pressing a little bit into the base of the skull, breathing smoothly. And then keeping your head heavy, bring your hands together, thumb underneath the chin, index finger to the point of the brow, lift the head up. Now, slowly using your thumbs, lift your chin away from your chest. Be mindful of how far back your head goes. You don't want to feel any gripping in the back of the neck. And then like you're tracing a line up and down with your nose, exhale, keeping your spine tall. Slowly drop your chin towards your chest. Inhale, as if the movement's coming from the base of your spine. Lift your chest. Slowly lift your chin. Trace that line with your nose up and back to the point of comfort. And down again. Doing that about 10 times. We'll cut it short today. And then after about 10 rounds, finding neutral. Now keeping your chin in neutral, let your eyes follow along with the same speed and the same viewpoint as your nose. So as if there were laser beams out of your eyes and out of your nose pointing the same place as you move. Start to turn your chin and your eyes towards your right shoulder, keeping the head neutral as far as the chin parallel to the floor. And then Chin and eyes and nose move at the same space or same speed, rather back towards the center. And then over to the left. Nothing moving quicker than the others. There's a tendency to let the eyes move quicker than the rest of the face. Let it all be the same. Again, 10 full rounds, moving the head both directions. Again, we will cut that short today, but just as a daily practice, good to get a little bit more repetition in. If you find a spot where there is the potential for release, you'll start to feel a kind of relaxing effect of your nervous system. Just stay there for a little bit. Breathe deeply and smoothly. Again, minimizing the amount of tension that your breath creates. And then back to the center. Again, if you need to do more rounds or hold equal on the other side, do so. Okay. Nice and easy exercises for the neck. To incorporate the shoulders, stretch the arms out. Inhale and reach the breath through the palms. And then exhale, wrap the right arm underneath the left arm, upper arm underneath the left arm. Option 1 is just to circle the hands behind the body, keeping the spine tall, and hold onto the shoulder blades. Let the top of the shoulders relax. Don't force them down. Just let them relax. And you can drop your head. You can build that previous exercise of lifting the chin, lifting the nose, and dropping it down. So that's option 1. Option 2 is to bind the forearms, crossing the right forearm in front of the left, front towards your face, left away from the body, and then maybe the wrists cross, maybe the palms come together. If you have familiarity with mudra, you can take Gyan Mudra, connecting the tip of the thumb and the tip of the index fingers, looping those two mudras together, bringing that peace and calmness to the mind. Getting the upper back into this, you'll inhale, lift the elbows away from the body, arch the back a little bit. And then as you exhale, round the upper back a little bit, let the head drop naturally, and bring the elbow points towards the navel. You can do that as many times as feels good. If there's a particular place that feels like it's a good place to stop and explore the sensation, then do so. Press the elbows into each other if you have the second variation. Good. Now, if the forearms and wrists are crossed, uncross them. Stretch the arms out. Take a moment's pause with the hands in the lap or hanging by the side just to observe the sensation, to observe the effect, rather. And then switch sides, right? Stretch the arms out, reach the breath through to the hands, relax the shoulders so you're creating one long horizontal line, fingertips, and then bring the left arm, like you're going to hug a big beach ball. Bring that left arm under the right in front of you. Again, big hug, like you mean it. Wrapping the hands behind the shoulder blades, dropping the chin, maybe adding in that head exercise. Or what we call Garudasana arms, eagle arms. Bind the forearms, left forearm towards the face. Bind the wrists. Press the palms together, or bring the tips of the thumbs and the tips of the index fingers together, creating a little figure 8. Option to reach the elbows up and away from the body on the inhale, arching the spine slightly, and then rounding the back, bringing the elbows down towards the navel. If there's a space that feels like it is what we might call the sweet spot, stay there for a bit. Try not to go to the point where you lose your breath. Usually that's the point where there's too much tension or too much distraction. So try to keep the breath breathing the body. So the breath is the direction. It is the direct door. Now unbind the arms. Stretch them out. Reach wide. Stretch the arms up. Bend the elbows. Hold on to the opposite forearm or the opposite elbow overhead and just gently guide the arms back. Now be mindful not to stick your chin forward like a chicken, right? Sometimes we use the head to accommodate the movement. So let the inhale rise up through the side body as if it's circling the rib cage. Let the rib cage rise, and then eventually the arms will just move back. The head stays neutral. You can stay here, or bring the right hand to the back of the heart. Use that left hand on top of the right elbow and screw it in and forward like a bottle cap, so that the upper arm or the forearm goes a little bit further behind the head. The hand in the back of the heart make contact, or the hand in the back of the neck may make contact. Few deep breaths, keeping the head aligned over the spine, heart over the hips. And then switch sides. So the left hand comes to the back of the heart or the back of the neck. Right hand screws the tricep forward, screws the elbow in and back like a bottle cap. Still breathing smoothly. Remembering to visualize the shoulder area and the low back area relaxing. And switch sides. Open the arms. Now you can stay here. You can hold opposite elbows behind your back, or you can interlace the fingers behind the back, keeping the heels of the hands separate. Stretch the knuckles down towards the floor. Absorb the lower ribs, guide them back, and then with your breath, again, breathing in, allow the arms to float up. This may be the edge of your float. It may come to here. Try not to lift the shoulders and bend the elbows to get the arms up. Let the movement happen organically. Keep reaching the knuckles away from the body, drawing the lower ribs in. Option to drop the chin. And release the arms. Sit comfortably and take a minute just to observe the effect of your practice. There may be a tingling sensation on or beneath the skin, around the neck, head, and shoulder area, down the spine even.